Q8282-1. Powerplant instrument range markings show whether the current state of powerplant operation is normal acceptable for a limited time or unauthorized. 2. Powerplant instrument range markings are based on installed engine operating limits which may not exceed, but are not necessarily equal to, those limits shown on the engine type certificate datasheet. Regarding the above statements, A. 1 and 2 are true. B. Neither 1 nor 2 is true. C. Only statement 1 is true. The correct answer is A. Statement 1 states that powerplant instrument range markings show the current state of powerplant operation, indicating whether it is normal, acceptable for a limited time, or unauthorized. This is true as instrument range markings are designed to provide pilots and operators with information about the operating limits and conditions of the power plant. Statement 2 states that power plant instrument range markings are based on installed engine operating limits, which may not exceed the limits shown on the engine type certificate datasheet. This is also true as instrument range markings are typically set based on the manufacturer's specified limits and guidelines, ensuring that the power plant operates within safe and approved parameters. 8283. Thermocouple leads. A. May be installed with either lead to either post of the indicator. B. Are designed for a specific installation and may not be altered. C. May be repaired using solderless connectors. The correct answer is B. Thermocouple leads are designed for a specific installation and must be installed according to their designated polarity. The positive and negative leads of a thermocouple must be connected correctly to ensure accurate temperature measurement. Reversing the leads can result in incorrect readings. Thermocouple leads are typically color-coded to indicate their polarity and should be installed accordingly. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions and guidelines for proper installation and connection of thermocouple leads. 8283-1. The thermocouple leads used to measure cylinder temperature on an aircraft reciprocating engine. A. Should cut and trim to fit if the lead is too long. B. Are connected to the electrical wiring on one end and the cylinder on the other end. C. Connected to the cylinder can only be bayonet type. The correct answer is B. Thermocouple leads used to measure cylinder temperature on an aircraft reciprocating engine are typically connected to the electrical wiring on one end and the cylinder on the other end. The thermocouple junction is usually located at the cylinder, where it senses the temperature, and the leads transmit the temperature readings to the indicator or instrument panel. It is important to properly connect the thermocouple leads to ensure accurate temperature measurement. The connections should be secure and free from any damage or corrosion. Following the manufacturer's instructions and guidelines for installation is crucial to ensure proper operation of the cylinder temperature measuring system. 8284-1. Engine pressure ratio, EPR, is a ratio of the exhaust gas pressure to the engine inlet air pressure and indicates the thrust produced. 2. Engine pressure ratio, EPR, is a ratio of the exhaust gas pressure to the engine inlet air pressure and indicates volumetric efficiency. Regarding the above statements, A. Only 1 is true. B. Only 2 is true. C. Both 1 and 2 are true. The correct answer is A. Statement 1 is true. Engine pressure ratio, EPR, is a ratio of the exhaust gas pressure to the engine inlet air pressure, and it is commonly used as an indicator of thrust produced by a jet engine. It represents the pressure ratio across the engine and provides a measure of the engine's performance in terms of thrust output. Statement 2 is not true. Engine pressure ratio, EPR, is not directly related to volumetric efficiency. Volumetric efficiency is a measure of how well an engine can intake and exhaust air, and it is typically expressed as a percentage. It relates to the engine's ability to fill its cylinders with air-fuel mixture during the intake stroke. 8285. What unit in a tachometer system sends information to the indicator? A. The three-phase AC generator. B. The two-phase AC generator. C. The synchronous. The correct answer is A. In a tachometer system, the unit responsible for sending information to the indicator is the three-phase AC generator. The generator is typically driven by the engine and produces an AC voltage that is proportional to the engine's rotational speed. This AC voltage is then transmitted to the tachometer indicator, which converts it into a readable display of the engine's RPM, revolutions per minute.